Hey.
Shove off. You're making my luck turn bad. Fuck no. No matter what that old bitch McLafferty says, my dad said I could be in charge of the New Vegas branch. Besides, I got into a little money trouble with the Omertas. If I quit the Crimson Caravan, how am I supposed to get the money to gamble? One of the families that runs the strip. They're a pack of cheaters, but you still don't want to fuck with them. I wanted to be where the action is, so I got my dad to pull some strings and get me a cushy position with the Crimson Caravan. Everything was great until McLafferty came along. That old bitch is gonna hear about it from my dad, just you wait. I want my debt with the Omertas paid off. And I want one of those severance package things. A big one. You do that. And tell the old bitch to pay up quick, you hear?
Welcome back. Yes, but at significant cost. I understand you not only agreed that the company pay off his gambling debts, but he also gets severance. I'm disappointed with this outcome, but what's done is done. At least we're rid of Henry. It's been a pleasure.
Should have brought something to...
Hey. What? Can you buy me a drink? Just one drink. Well, there was this big fucking explosion and I got covered in Brahmin guts. Mike was shot to shit, but he managed to get one of them. It wasn't raiders like I'm used to. It was a couple of old guys in weird uniforms. It was at this intersection. Here. Anyway, there ain't much left there, but you can look. We cleaned up the bodies, but we left that old dude to rot.
How are the negotiations with the Grey?
I'm getting real tired. Still going on about this, huh? Pretty sure I already said we want the NCR to back off and let us out. I can't believe I'm doing this. But alright, the hostages can go. The NCR had better keep their end of the deal, though. Here, a souvenir for you. It's Benny's lighter. Shove it up his ass when you catch up with him. Yeah, go on.
I'm glad you were able to get my people freed, but there's a new problem. I just got orders to take out the Great Khans, hostages or not. My hands are tied. I can't go against orders, can I? You're right. The Great Khans are free to go.
Howdy, little lady. Oh, this old thing? Why, thanks, friend. This here guitar is just about the only thing my daddy left me. Just about my whole life, ever since my daddy left Ma and me and went off to roam the wastes. Long time.
Howdy. What's the word? Maybe. I'd like to know who I'm dealing with first. Oh, heck. I've heard of you. Supposed to be a regular hero or something, ain't that right? But maybe you're a little too reputable to get involved in some dirty work for the Republic. Well, I'll be damned. Looks like you've got some dirt in you after all. If you had a few dozen doses of Psycho on you, maybe we could pep those weepy troopers into charging down into Nelson and taking back the camp. But since that's not likely, you could help me take out the Legion's trooper hostages. The troopers won't go down into camp with their comrades at risk. Dirty game the Legion likes to roll out whenever they get a chance. Problem is, Ranger Milo doesn't want to play. If we take out the hostages, they've got squat for leverage. Back at Ranger School, they taught us not to run headlong into a battle when you're outnumbered 10-1. You want to go down there and try to haul those crippled boys off those poles? You're dumber than you look. Good. We clear out the hostages, they lose their advantage. They're down in a clearing, crucified on some telephone poles. I'll cover you from the ridge. Just make it quick. These boys should be put out of their misery, not plinked to death with some old varmint rifle. And don't get any dreamy notions about playing the hero and dragging these boys out. You'll get swarmed. Now let's go.
We won't go quietly. The Legion can
Should have brought something to read.
count on that.
Have you come to Nelson seeking your death, profligate? The Legion will decide that, profligate, not you. Will you go before my Decanus for judgment or be killed where you stand? My commander, you ignorant degenerate. Now, will you go before Dead Sea? Follow me. Make any trouble and you'll wind up on a cross, if you're lucky. Awe, why have you come to Nelson? My orders are to hold Nelson. So far, the enemy north of here has been too frightened to move against us. Why should it concern you? I have attacked the enemy. I led the assault on Nelson with 2 Contubernia against twice our number. It is Caesar's wish that we hold this position. Our mere presence this side of the Colorado humiliates and demoralizes the enemy. I do not question Caesar's will. I do not second guess. I butchered this town. Those who weren't hacked limb from limb were forced to throw themselves from the cliffs. 3 more I have just crucified. All this in full view of the enemy's spotters to the north. Yes, our presence here demoralizes the enemy. What stalemate? It is Caesar's will that I hold this position, that I not advance. If you're so eager to see Camp Forlorn Hope fall, why don't you go attack it all by yourself? Well? You are not my centurion. You aren't even legion. I do not carry on at your command. True to Caesar. What is it this time? I am a loyal servant of Caesar, and I thank my good fortune for the day that he plucked me as a babe from the shore of the Great Salt Lake. For 5 years I have had the privilege of serving as a Decanus. If fortune continues to smile upon me, I will serve him until I draw my last breath. I hope that satisfies your curiosity about me, because I won't waste any more of Caesar's time talking about myself. True to Caesar.
Awe. True to Caesar. Awe. True to Caesar.
Awe, true to Caesar.
Patrolling the Mojave almost makes you wish for a nuclear winter.
Me and Carmine, that's my repeater here. We'll do our best to cover you from this ridge. Good luck. Howdy. What's the word? I have to admit, I didn't think you could do it. Guess that makes me the sap and you the hero. I'm not authorized to pay for contract work, but here's something for the effort, and I'll make sure everyone hears about what you did. Thanks.
Hello.
Nice to see a friendly face around here. We don't get many visitors of your esteem. Something I can do for you? Not good. If we don't get more supplies, we're gonna have to start using dirt for food and sticks and rocks for weapons. Hey, how'd you like to do something for me? I want you to collect NCR dog tags from our fallen troopers. That way I can keep track of who's gone and how to reallocate our supplies. It's easy. Just bring back any NCR dog tags you find, and I'll try to make it worth your while. If you're looking for supplies, I'll make this easy for you. There aren't any. But something tells me you're not here for that. What do you want? I don't have any supplies to spare, but I got caps if you have anything you don't need. Give me a shot if you need anything else. Hey, you've been a big help. I wanted to give you something for helping me out. It's not much, but here you go. You're welcome. Enjoy. Me? Well, I've been doing this shit for far too long and I've been in too many battles to remember. Still, this has got to be one of the worst situations I've been in. Not too much I can do about it, but do my job and do it right. Things are still pretty damn rough, but we're keeping it together. Uh-huh.
Hello? I really don't have time to chatter right now. Shoot.
Hey.
Tensions are brewing in Freeside between the ruling gang known as the Kings and the large number of NCR squatters seeking refuge there. The leader of the Kings, who would only identify himself as the King, voiced his displeasure, calling NCR citizens, quote, the devil in disguise. He added he didn't want to see the NCR in the ghetto and called for a mass, quote, return to sender. Also,
I didn't expect to see you here. What can I do for you? The Legion has been hitting us pretty hard lately. Lots of casualties, not many people I can save. Men have waged war on each other for countless centuries. Now is no different. People fight and die for what they believe in. I'm just here to patch them up so they can go on their merry way. Do no harm in all that. Sometimes it does feel that way. I feel like a mortician than a doctor. Often I just don't have the resources to handle the number of injuries here. To make things worse, I think someone might be stealing my supplies. The simple fact that I no longer have as many supplies as I should. I've been careful with them and I should have more than what remains. Unfortunately, I don't have time to go searching for the missing supplies since I have my hands full with injured soldiers. I store a variety of drugs here, but it looks like my supply of Hydra is diminishing rather quickly. Locked in a cabinet here in the medical tent. I'm around most of the time, but I can't keep a constant watch on them. I remember coming in one morning and noticing my supplies were lower than they should have been. I thought it might have been a mistake, but another morning I noticed the same thing. The camp is pretty dead at night, especially at 0200 hours when the guard shift changes. That'd be a good place to start looking. That would definitely be appreciated. You might want to ask around, and keep an eye out for anything suspicious. Unless it's urgent, you're going to have... What would you like to know? My take? I try not to think about it. I got enough on my hands here. I've got a lot to do. I don't have that many supplies left, so... I've got a lot to do.
Hello?
heard you've been helping out Quartermaster Mays. I appreciate it. We need all the help we can get around here. I've got the Legion at Nelson breathing down my neck and not enough men or supplies to get this camp into fighting shape so we can strike back. I need someone to talk to a few of the officers and help them resolve some of the problems around here. If I can get this place in order, then I can focus our efforts on taking back Nelson from the Legion. And the more that gets done around here, the more resources I'll be able to put into assaulting Nelson. Good. Let's not waste time then. Our biggest problems right now are supplies and troops, and the Legion is draining us both. Quartermaster Mays has been complaining to me non-stop about the lack of supplies. But unfortunately, we aren't getting a resupply anytime soon. I want you to speak with him and see if there's anything you can do for him.
Hey.
Hey, you're not one of the troopers. Got a second? I have work I need done, and nobody here at the camp has the time or inclination to help me out. I have the delightful task of tabulating stockpiles, kill ratios, mission success rates, radiation deaths, and other truly fascinating numbers. I've come across numerous inconsistencies between our numbers and our reports, especially with regards to intercepting hostiles. I'm wondering if our radio security codes have been compromised. I need someone to deliver security code upgrades to each of the ranger stations. Less than a third of reported enemy sightings are getting intercepted. Either our intel is faulty, or our enemies are one step ahead of us. The security codes are unique to the radios at each ranger station. They're useless anywhere else. This holotape contains the updated security codes for the ranger stations. Show it to the comm officers there. Once the new codes are in use, anyone still using the old codes will just hear static if they're listening in on our frequencies. I handle communications for Camp Forlorn Hope, compiling reports I've received from the rangers at Camp Golf as well as the brass at McCarran. Unofficially, I'm also in charge of radio security. No one else seems to take it as seriously as I do.
Evening.
I still don't have any supplies to spare. Is there something else I can help you with? So, the Major has you running errands for him. Well, we're short on personnel as well as supplies, so we'll take all the help we can get. The Major let me send out some troops to gather supplies, but unfortunately they never returned. I'm guessing they ran into some trouble on the way. You can help by finding the troops and assisting them in bringing back any supplies they found. I sent them to Helios 1 to see if they had any supplies they could spare. They gotta be somewhere between here and there. I'd try searching the main road or checking with the men at Helios 1 to see if they know anything. Make it quick. No, can't say I do. I got my own problems to worry about. What do you want to know?
Another kill to my name.
痛いじゃないの。パパに言いつけるからね。
I still don't have any supplies. I take it my men weren't dead. It's a high price to pay, but these supplies will save a few lives here. Thanks for finding these. You should check in with the Major. I want to know about this.
I'm glad to see you here. I heard. The extra supplies will help for a short time, but that only solves one of our problems. With all the Legion raids lately, we're running low on troops that can still fight. Some are injured, but even more are dead. I want you to check in with Dr. Richards and see if he needs any help getting our troops back on the front line. We're kind of busy around here for social... I can spare a few moments. It's no picnic, I'll tell you that much. My troops are out here every day dying for the NCR, but they've left us out to dry. We have no men or supplies, and we're stretched too thin trying to guard the entire river. If the brass back home could get their heads out of their asses long enough to send support, we could turn this all around. We're hanging in there. Things wouldn't be so bad if we could actually get some reinforcements or supplies, but we'll just have to survive for now. Make it quick. Watch yourself. I've got a lot to do. Make it... With business booming like it is, and considering I'm the only person with medical experience in the camp, I could perhaps use a hand. Do you have any medical experience? Without any medical experience, you're not going to be much use to me in here. However, you can take this status report back to Major Pilatli. It's a very important task, and I think I can count on you. I've got a lot to do.
邪魔よ。
I still don't have any supply. I take it my men weren't dead. It's a high price to pay, but these supplies will save a few lives here. Thanks for finding these. You should check in with the Major. I want to know about this.
I'm glad to see you here. I heard. I've got a lot to do. With business booming like it is, and considering I'm the only person with medical experience in the camp, I could perhaps use a hand. Do you have any medical experience? Excellent. As you can see, we have a lot of injured troopers here, and I haven't had time to look at all of them yet. Since you have some medical experience, I'd like you to examine them and see what you can do to treat them.
We won't go quietly. The Legion can count on that.
I'm not supposed to let civilians just walk around this place. There better be a good reason for you being here. Very well. You can tell Reyes that this station is secure. Well, when there's trouble regular NCR troops can't handle, they send in a ranger. Problem solved. We're also responsible for keeping the borders of the NCR secure, scouting out threats, that sort of thing. I'm in charge of the radio, hence the title Comm Officer. I'd much rather be out on patrol since nothing much happens around here. Ma'am.
I've got a lot to do. Make it quick. I don't have that many supplies left, so I can't offer my services freely, but I can help you. I've seen worse, but I should be able to fix you up pretty easily. Excellent. Just let me grab my scalpel and a body bag, and we'll get started. I've got a lot to do. Make it quick.
Oh, what are you doing here? Look, it's not what you think. I can explain everything if you'll just hear me out. Have you looked around? Have you seen what's going on here? What we're going through? This place is hell. I've seen all my friends butchered by the Legion in front of my very eyes. I can still hear their screams at night. All I wanted was a little escape, so I took some drugs to help me do that. Is that so bad? I never thought about that. But look, I needed this. I needed to escape for just a little while. I needed this. So what happens now? What? You want me to turn myself in? Why the hell should I do that? Haven't you heard anything I've said? Don't you understand? Hey, maybe I can change your mind. I still have some drugs left over. They're all yours if you let me go. Fine. Be like that.
I've got a lot to do. So you found out what's happening with the supplies? Is that so? I'll have to talk to Major Politely about this right away. I don't have that many supplies. I've seen worse. Excellent. Just let... Thanks again for looking into my missing medical supplies. Now I can actually use them on people that need them. If I was a mortician, business would be booming. As a doctor, business is hard. Too many injuries that I can't do anything about. Until we meet again.
You're making me carry the heavy stuff, aren't you? Hey, I can't really move now.
I've got a lot to do. Excellent job. Where'd you learn to do all that? I don't think I could have done much better myself. Very impressive. As for the men, they'll recover soon and be back on the front lines in no time. Huh, the circle of life. I'll send word to Major Politely about your work here. Once again, you have my sincerest thanks.
Hey,